I have heard the need for parental involvement from many of you. What strategy do you recommend to accomplish this?
I think the best strategy would be great communication between the parents and the school. Thank you.
Bob Conchola.
Parental involvement starts not only at school. It's I think a lot of these kids, being around Little League football, I've seen a lot of kids that just get dropped off and forgot about, and that's where your parental involvement can become in. By getting involved, asking what can I do, whether it be handing out flyers for your coach, your kid's coach, or anything, getting cupcakes for the winning team of the baseball game, anything, just get involved with your kid, not only in school, but outside of the school too.
Bruce Meinershagen.
Parental involvement, like has already been mentioned, involves communication, not only with the teachers and the other people in the school that the child deals with, but also between the parent and the child. When you sit down, talk to your children, ask them questions about what's going on. It's amazing the information that you can get back. And a lot of times the parent, if they're in touch with their child, they can pick up on little things if there's something going on that doesn't feel quite right or seem quite right just by what they say when they communicate with you. Being in touch with your children starts that communication process and also helps involve the parent in what's going on with the child at school. Thank you.
Brian Young.
Like everybody else had said, communication is the biggest thing. We've got to be accessible, and not just during our 7 to 3 o'clock. We've got to be accessible to parents and make it accessible on their time also. So it's something that we work real hard at around here, and we're trying every day to review what we're doing and to change what we're doing to get the parents into school. So we're working toward that, and every day it's getting better. Thank you.
Beth Fox.
I think probably the best strategy would be to establish clear expectations that are available to and communicated to our families. I think the best tool that our district has are student handbooks to accomplish that. That's why each year the student handbooks come before the board to approve them, because the board has the obligation and the duty to ensure that the information that's in those handbooks is accurate and correct and followed through with. Other strategies that we can employ are continuing to have parents involved in our committees. We recently kind of reworked the calendar committee to involve some parent input on that. I know within each of the buildings they constantly seek the advice and opinions of many of their parents that are of the students in their particular buildings. That's all I have. Thank you.
Ronnie Steelman.
Well, here we go back to my perfect world. If we had a perfect world, this place would be packed every night with parents and kids just as far as you can see. But it didn't work that way. But being on the board with Brian and Beth and the rest of the board members, this comes up quite frequently. How can we get parents more involved with their children? And I know the administration and the principals and the teachers, I'm sure they work on it. Because I know Miss Weigert sitting back there, she has musicals, she has different things for her kids at the end of the year and all through the year. Ms. Port, she has stuff here. Ms. Billingsley, they all try. And we have parent-teachers conference. Do we get 100% participation? No. We have a carnival for the kids over at Mr. Hall's school. There's a lot of parents there, but there's not 100%. There's not probably 90% that shows up. But I think it's a work in process that this board is doing to try to find ways to get more parents to come to everything we have. Because it's a great free evening out, folks. It doesn't cost money to come and see what your kids are doing at school. Thank you.
David, do we have any more questions?